Last time I made a video a few minutes ago, I was getting I was catching up to all the time I missed, and I made a video about the outcome of the Conor McGregor Khabib fight. Because before that, I had made a video of what I thought would be a blow by blow in that fight. So now I'm gonna talk about, even though this is old news, the Tyson Fury Wilder fight. I had made a video before they fought that I thought that if Tyson Fury was 100%, he would beat Wilder. I also said that even if he was 100%, if Wilder caught him, it was over. And the fight went just about, I was kind of split between them. I thought Tyson Fury or Wilder was going to win. And I'll be damned if the fight didn't win just like that. So were the judges split. And they got a draw. When I first saw that fight, I had thought that Tyson Fury won hands down. But when I went back over it and looked at it, you could have given Wilder at least 2 of those rounds before the knockdowns, which would then make it even. If Tyson Fury had won the rest of those rounds and Wilder won 2 and then the 2 knockdowns, that's 6 apiece. That makes it even. So at least one round I for sure gave it to Wilder. Another round you could either give it to Wilder or Fury. I lean a little bit more towards Wilder. And then of course the 2 knockdown rounds. But was Fury exactly 100%? I'm going to tell you something. He looked 100% to me. You forget Fury is a 30-year-old man. It doesn't take a whole lot of prompting for a 30-year-old man to get back into peak condition. When I used to box and lift weights and do MMA and all that kind of stuff, when I used to lift weights, I could be going away from lifting for a year or 2 and come back and bench the same amount I did before I left when I was young. When I used to box, that was a little bit different. I'd be out the gym for a long time and I'd come back to the gym and guys want to spar me and I say, hey guys, give me at least a month or 2 weeks to get back in shape. And that's how long it took me. About 2 weeks and I was back in sparring. When I got older, I noticed that it took me a little bit longer. They're a lot longer. Then not at all. I couldn't get back in peak shape for sparring. And I got past 38. 38 was the cutoff for me and everything. And lifting weights and everything. Everything was boom. So, no, except for when I got 40. When I got past my 40s, my grappling got incredible. But I think that's because YouTube had came out and I saw the things that I was trying to learn in the gym. I saw the application. And once I saw the application, bang, it's like a light cut on. Like it was an explosion. And I started going crazy, tapping all kind of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts. Tapping them. Of course, I was a much bigger man, though. 6'5", 290. Back then, 290. But still, it was some black belts, guys who had won all kind of tournaments. I was tapping. And it didn't take, I'm going to tell you the truth, it took like 30 seconds to tap. Because I only used 1 or 2 holds. They would always try to take me down or try to avoid a takedown, or some of them would even go down and have me in their guard before I took them down. That was a disaster. I used what I call my reverse neck breaker on just about all of them. Within 15, 20 seconds, they were tapping. Sometimes I get him in a double wrist lock from side control. Or sometimes I get him in a top wrist lock from side control or mount. Didn't matter. Oh, and a lot of times I get that triangle choke from, that side triangle choke. And a few times I even got the Achilles hook. And more than a few times I got the ankle lock, the bottom ankle lock. Where you take the foot and kind of turn it over inside under your arm and all that kind of stuff. Those are the only holds a few chokes. But those are the only holds I ever needed. Never needed nothing else. Because I always got top game. Always. Even against good wrestlers, I start getting top game. But, to go back to what I was talking about, the Tyson Fury fight. Was Tyson Fury 100%? I don't know. Was Wilder 100%? Well, he was 209 pounds. Slim. Even for him. And he kept trying to knock Tyson Fury out with that overhand right that you could see coming a mile away. That's the same thing Mike Tyson kept trying to do to Evander Holyfield when he saw that Evander Holyfield was dodging it. He kept trying. As a result, he got his ass knocked out. I think Mike Tyson underestimated his jab, and if he would have jabbed more, he would have did better against Holyfield. That night, I'm not saying he would have beat him, but I don't think he would have got knocked out. And that overhand right would have found it home more often than it did. And the same with Wilder. If he would have jabbed more, he has a damn good jab. If he would have jabbed more, maybe that right hand would have found a home. Quicker than the 12th round. Maybe it did find a home in the ninth, but Fury got up. But I think he would have put Fury down a few more times, or even out earlier than 12 if he would have jabbed more. Also went to the body. If he went to the body, stayed on the body, forgot about the head, then sneakily brought that right hand up to the chin, I think he would have put Fury out. And even if Fury was 100%, if he did that kind of stuff, I think he would put Fury out. Because I've changed my mind. I think Fury would outbox him. Because Wilder, I'm gonna say this. I've never seen a heavyweight, none of them, Shavers, not Foreman, who guaranteed to put you down or out if he hits you just one time with that right hand. I've never seen nothing like that. I'm not saying that Wilder is the hardest puncher ever. I think it was a middleweight, a guy from the Caribbean. I can't think his name right now, but I think it's between him and Wilder for the best one-punch knockout in boxing history. But I'm not saying Wilder is the biggest puncher in history. That's a little bit different than the best knockout puncher. One-punch shot. One-punch walk-off knockout punches. Like they call it USC with this guy. I forgot his name. They call it the walk-off knockout. And that's what he has. It's like wham, or to walk back to the corner. And so I've never seen no shit like that. I never have. Now I've sparred with tall, skinny guys like him, not as tall as him, like about 6'3" and about 180, that had a hell of a fucking punch. I fought a guy in the street who was like that. The guy hit so hard, and me and this guy was on the street banging. He hit so hard, I said, "Fuck that! I'm going to the jab," and that's what I did. Jabbed his ass, and I was a boxer, so I was in shape. He wasn't in shape. I jabbed his ass, so he got tired, and I started laying it on him. That motherfucker he had the fear of God in his fist. I'm telling you. And I wonder if Wilder, what guys feel something like that when Wilder hits him. Because this guy, it's only a couple of guys that I sparred with in the ring who are heavyweights who hit harder than that. I could always take a punch. Motherfucker hit me so hard, I thought I was in a goddamn aisle in the front rows and shit. Motherfucker hit me so hard. But to my misfortune, I never could get knocked out. So I either had to take an ass whooping or take an ass whooping till I recuperated and started whooping other guys' ass and sparring. But getting back to what I was talking about, I digress for a moment. Even if Tyson Fury was 100%, and with the performance he put on with Klitschko, even though to me he put on just as good or a better performance with Wilder into the 12th round, well, to the 9th round. Wilder is quicker than Klitschko. Wilder's more active than Klitschko. And Wilder probably has a bigger one-punch home run than Klitschko. I'm not saying he punches all around, because Klitschko could knock your ass out with 1-2. He had a really good left hook in the end. And the right hand, he could knock you out with one fucking shot. Just as weak as his chin was, his power was, which is like most guys. He never had a good chin to the end. He did have a good chin in the end, because he lasted with Anthony Joshua, and Joshua can fucking crack. Don't get it twisted. Now I say from the Klitschko era on, Vitaly had a good punch, but he had an alright punch. He didn't put all his body into his punches, but he had the fucking chin. His brother Vladimir had the punch and not so much a chin to the end. But them boys, especially though Vladimir has to go down, is one of the best one-punch knockout punches of all time. Too. You know, I wasn't crazy about his boxing, but that motherfucker, man, if he touches your chin, you was going to sleep. One time. Very few people, when he caught a person timing and everything just right, very few motherfuckers got up off that canvas. Seriously. But, even if Tyson Fury was 100%, and if you say that he had a better performance when he fought Klitschko than Wilder, if you think that, which I don't, he did get hit a few times by Klitschko. If he gets hit once very good by Wilder, his ass is gone. He's gone. And the reason I don't think that Wilder put him out the last time, because he only weighed 209 pounds. And you see the damage he did. He put the fear of God in Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, when they was talking about him going over to ESPN, he did a little interview. And that motherfucker 40 and slipped and said, well, I'm in good health. I'm going home with my family. I don't know if he mentioned what happened to Steven, what happened to the light heavyweight King, who had got put into a coma. But that happened on the same night, and I think he was aware of that fight, and he felt the wrath of God with Wilder's right hand. And that motherfucker, man, he ran to accept that ESPN deal, not to get back in with Wilder that close. Because I think that boy knew that if you fight Wilder back to back, you're going to get some fucking brain damage. What you have to do with Wilder is fight him one time and then at least put 6 months to a year between that fight when you step in there with him again. If not a longer birth of time. Because I'm not joking. That boy, man, he can't box worth a damn. He reminds me of Rocky Marciano. When I watch Rocky Marciano, this guy, he looks like a rank amateur until he catches you with that right hand and knocks you out. When he knocked out Walcott, that reminded me of the Fury Wilder fight, because Walcott was beating the shit out of him. And he looked like an amateur. He looked like he was in the street, like he was saying, I'm gonna get your ass. The way that left hand used to shake, that motherfucker looked horrible. He looked silly. And then all of a sudden, when he knocked your ass out, it was a perfectly beautiful right hand. Then he looked like the best boxer it ever was at that moment. That's the same with Wilder. And you look at these two guys. Both of them, look at the opposites. Wilder is about what, 6'7"? Marcy is one of the tallest, if not the tallest champion of all time. Marciano was what, 5'10"? Well, he wasn't the shortest, but he was one of the shortest champions of all time. Both, one of them is tall and skinny. The other one was short and thick. And them motherfuckers had a home run punch that can totally destroy you. They might be two of the hardest punches of all time. Knockout, well, two of the best one-shot knockout punches, I'll say that, of all time. And they are opposites in height and width. What else? Yeah, they pretty much opposites. Except for they both look amateurish in boxing. And they both fought a bunch of bums, a whole bunch of bums, before they got ready to take on a really good. Then after that, then they could beat just about anybody it was or is. Wilder and Rocky Marciano, anyway, like I said. If Wilder takes his time, even if Tyson Fury is 100% the next time, and if Wilder takes his time, the jabs goes to the body, he's still gonna knock Fury out, because Fury does not have the punching power to take full advantage of his boxing skills and get Wilder out of there. So as long as Wilder is still up and running, Fury's in great danger. And I just don't think that you can keep Wilder from getting to him the next time, because Wilder now is about 220 pounds. And Fury said he don't remember anything until he woke up and the referee was counting 4, and he said, "Oh, I better get up off this fucking canvas." So unless Fury learns how to stand in the middle and take advantage of Wilder's wild swings and stuff and catch him with good shots and knocks Wilder out, I don't care how great Fury boxes. It's a matter of time before Wilder puts him out. All right, thank you. That's the next fight they have. The next fight. Okay, thank y'all. I'll make another video again. Peace.